I feel like the more we get play together, together, we're going to get more comfortable. And I just love the guys. I think the guys have grown a lot.
You want to be here if you guys are not able to?
I'm here. I'm here. Don't ask me that question. I'm here. It's disrespectful towards myself and my teammate. I wear that jersey every single day.
How confident are you'll finish the season with the Bucks?
I don't know. I take it day by day. We're not playing hard. We're not doing the right thing. We're not playing to win. Guys are being selfish.
And something's up with Giannis. He stopped just over half court. Another loss here at home for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Probably give me a protocol of 4 to 6 weeks. I'll be out.
The NBA trade deadline is Thursday, and Giannis has been a hot topic of discussion. So with that said, we welcome in NBA reporter Tim Bontemps to the show. Tim, what makes sense for Milwaukee in terms of whether they should trade Giannis or not at the deadline?
Well, Scooby, this is a really interesting situation, obviously, and the whole league is waiting to see what the Milwaukee Bucks, to your question, decide to do. And I think the fact that Giannis is now hurt has made this complicated on a few different levels for the Bucks. Obviously, you have to spend a lot of time pondering whether you're going to move on from a guy who's one of the best players in the league and is the best player over the course of his career in the history of the Milwaukee Bucks franchise. The guy won this franchise its second title back in 2021. But the biggest reason the Bucks would have wanted to make a deal right now is to help maximize their draft pick in this year's draft. It's got a chance to be a really high pick. Well, now that Giannis is out for several weeks, it takes away a lot of urgency from that part of the equation in terms of whether you do a deal now or not. Now, if they want to do a deal with, say, the Golden State Warriors, they could give up their whole draft right now. Warriors could give up a pick in this year's draft. That could be something that's appealing to Golden State, or to Milwaukee, I should say. But outside of a deal with Golden State, all the other teams involved, whether it's Miami or New York or Minnesota or some other team that hasn't come up yet publicly, they all could potentially have more flexibility to do a deal in the summer when there's more flexibility to move contracts, more draft picks come available, there's more certainty about what the draft lottery looks like and where picks are going to fall and what's a loaded draft this June. So while I certainly think there's a possibility Giannis Antetokounmpo moves between now and Thursday at 3 p.m., I think there's at least as good of a chance, if not better, that this drags on till the summer. The Bucks survey their options now, see what the landscape looks like, and then could go into the offseason determining whether they could try to find a way to keep Giannis again, or they have a good idea what the market looks like if they decide to move on a deal in the summertime.
All right, so let's zero in on New York, because it's no secret that the Knicks are interested in landing Giannis. There were talks about them trying to get him during the summer. So where does that leave them right now as we stand?
I would say for most of the teams involved here, including the Knicks, Scooby, there's really a Giannis or bust play here. And that's for a couple of reasons. One, there's not really anything else on the market. That's part of why the whole league is held up on waiting to see if the Bucks are going to move on from Giannis or not. And the other thing is, the Knicks have a pretty darn good team. They've won 5 in a row. They just had a 30-point win over Portland last night. That blowout loss at home to the Mavericks 12 days ago seems a lot longer ago than that with the way things have gone over the past couple of weeks. The Knicks are back up into a tie for second in the Eastern Conference, and they don't have a ton of draft picks to move. They don't have a lot of flexibility with the roster. So if they're going to make a big trade, it's going to require them moving on from some of their key pieces, say Karl Towns or other huge names in their starting lineup. So I think the Knicks, who believe they have a championship-level team, are only going to do that if they can add a piece like Giannis to their roster, and there's only so many pieces like Giannis out there. So my guess is if the Knicks can get Giannis, they'll be thrilled to have him, and if they can't, there might be some moves on the margins, but this is probably the main group you're going to see going into the playoffs, trying to make a run to get back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999.
Yeah, and not too long ago, Knicks owner James Dolan spoke for the first time in 2 years in an interview, and he said he believes that this is a championship team and they've gotten in trouble in the past by chasing that shiny object, which is Giannis. Tim Bontemps with the latest. Thank you.
All right, how about the Cavs? Well, they're in Phoenix taking on the Suns. Dylan Brooks been on a heater. 40 points against the Pistons last Thursday. In fact, in Detroit, they made Dylan the Villain T-shirts, and he was on his way to another big night scoring. How about Grayson Allen? He's a thief. Gets the steal. Oh, get out the way. Get off me. Suns up 1 after the first quarter. Let's get to the second quarter. More Dylan Brooks. Handle, step back, gonna kiss myself. 9 of 14 from the field. Suns up 4. You know, the Cavs turned it over 16 times in the first half, and the Suns made them pay. Royce O'Neal, 3 all those. Suns led by 5 at the half. In the third quarter, is more Dylan Brooks. In fact, Phoenix outscored the Cavs by 13 in the quarter. Dylan Brooks, 27 points, 4th straight game with at least 25, longest streak of his career. We get to the 4th, and Jordan Goodwin makes an appearance. He had 17. Hey, Phoenix has won 3 straight with Devin.
Which made his return after missing a month. The Nuggets went 10-6 without him. They had the red-hot Clippers, winners of 16 of their last 19, best in the NBA during that stretch. And in the first, Jokic cut right to work, y'all. Jamal Murray finds him. That's an easy lay. Denver down 2. Next Nuggets possession, Jokic decides to test out his range, see if he still got some service from downtown. Can you hear me now? Good. He had 9 in the first. Listen, he only has to miss one more game this season to still be eligible for NBA awards like MVP, and I think he can be able to get that. 2+1 for James Harden there in the second quarter. He had 11 in the frame, finished with 25 and 9. Few possessions later, Harden throws it up here after trying to pick the ball up, and John Collins puts it back in with authority. He had 18. Clippers down by 9 at the half. We go to the fourth quarter now. Just check this out, y'all. Denver up 9. Jokic gets deep into his bag. Oh, behind the back. A little Euro step there. Gets it to go.
He looks good to me.
Right? Nuggets bench loving that. And then a few possessions later, he's still in his bag. Oh, my. Behind the back fillet to Watson for 2 of his 21. The NBA is happy to have him back. Then later in the fourth, Jokic wide open for 3. He finished with 31, 12, and 5. Nuggets beat the red-hot Clippers by 13. Here's Jokic post-game on his return.
I was scared, of course, but I think whatever I do it with honesty. I put the work into prepare my body, so I know I think the bad things doesn't supposed to happen to those people who really give it 100% of themselves. So I kind of knew in the back of the head it's nothing serious, but I was a little bit scared.
Game back, he drops 31, 12, and 5 assists in just 24 minutes and 32 seconds of playing time, y'all. He's the first player in the play-by-play era, which stretches back to the 1997-98 season to record 30, 10, and 5 in under 25.
Okay, how about the best in the East? Pistons in the Bay Area taking on the Warriors. This is the first half here. Pistons up 15. Cade Cunningham, the Jalen Duren for the dunk. Duren had 21 and 13. Pistons, well, they led by 13.
All-star.
Yeah, at the half. All right, to the third now. Cunningham, yeah, look at that. Floater. Pistons up 20. I mean, they were just rolling at this point. And then the Green Eye Bandit, yep, for 3. He was 7 of 16 from the floor. Then under 5 minutes to go, Curry drives. Bucket's good, but look, watch the limp. Oh, no. He would leave after this with right knee soreness. He says he aggravated it earlier in the week working out in Minnesota. Fourth quarter now. Pistons leading by 11. Cade Cunningham again. He had a double-double, 29 and 11. And then here comes the Warriors. Buddy Buckets, step back 3. Hey, the lead is just 8. And then DeAnthony Melton, the layup. Hey, the lead is now just 4.
Okay.
Here come the Warriors, but J. Cole, a.k.a. Tobias Harris,
Cole world.
knocks it down. They've won 7 of 9. Here's Steve Kerr on Steph's injury.
I think he's okay. I don't think it's anything major, but we'll have an update tomorrow.
Is that something bothering maybe even going into the game a little bit?
Yeah, it was the knee that kept him out of the game in Minneapolis, and so it's been nagging him, the last week or so.
Steve, is he going to get an MRI?
I don't know. I haven't even talked to Rick yet.
All right, let's tune into the Lake Show, a.k.a. the Luka and LeBron Show. Lakers taking on the Wizards. Alexander Ovechkin in attendance.
Okay.
Watch it go.
All right, Ovi.
First quarter, Luka came into the game wearing an apron because he was cooking up something special. Hand in his face, don't matter. A few moments later, let's test out the range. Oh, yep. 3 ball. The man was on fire, still in the first. Lakers up 9. Luka, the steal, and then down the other end, he cash apps Jackson Hayes a dime. The Don had 16, 7, and 7 assists in the first quarter. He's the first player to do that since 1997-98. We go to the second quarter, LA up 20. Watch this. LeBron James. He still got friends in high places. Oh my.
Okay, I see you.
The other day, he said he's in a battle with Father Time, and he's taking it personally, and it shows. Later in the second, Doncic in your face. America, he had 25-point triple-double in the first half.
Unbelievable.
Second of his career, only player to do it twice in NBA history. Third quarter, Lakers up 28. LeBron James doing a dunk contest in the middle of the game. The reverse alley-oop is nasty work.
Wow.
He finished with 20 and 6. Still in the third. Oh, made you look. Easy 3. Luka had 37, 13, and 11. Lakers scored 140 plus for the 4th time this season. They did that 4 times all last season as they win big. And listen, that's Luka's 4th 35-point triple-double with the Lakers, already tied for 3rd most in franchise history. And he did it in just 67 games.
Unbelievable.
As you can see, everyone else on that list.
This happened. Some Friday night, flights from 41-year-old LeBron James. Talking about aging like fine wine. Bro had some multiple dunks against the Wizards, and his head coach, J.J. Redick, says it's time for a career first, the king in the dunk contest.
Yeah, the early rumors are that the league is going to try to get him in the dunk contest this year. There's some juice left in those legs, apparently. The great left bionic leg.
JJ joked that the league's going to call you and try to get you in the dunk contest after tonight.
No chance.
I guess the sciatica is okay.
I know,
sciatica's
right?
okay.
41 years old. They asked him if he would rate those dunks, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to let my LeBron faithful handle that. They can rate the dunks. I love those guys. LeBron, we would just love to see you in the dunk contest.
Well, Jackson Hayes, Carter Bryant, the only guys right now who have accepted to take part in the dunk contest.
I need more star power in that.
You think?
Top plays coming up next. Stay tuned.
You think?